the 10 shortlisted finalists results is in my hand, okay? So I will announce them and okay, now 好啦，大家嚇肅靜啦，可能係你啊，因為有機會我讀錯名嘅 ，OK？ 如果我讀錯咗，你上嚟糾正我，因為你哋嘅名咧實在太特別啦。So what I said is I might pronounce it wrong, okay? So please keep quiet because the winners, the finalists' company names are so special. Okay, first of all, Platysens. Okay, Platysens and the presenters, please come close to me on my right hand side, okay? And prepare the pitch you have to share with us. So, another finalist, Ourotech. Okay, so I must be right? Okay, the pronunciation, thank you. Ourotech, okay? 好啦，嚟我右手邊啊 ，please come to my right hand side next to the stage. Prepare your speech, okay? And Cathay Photonics. Yay, that's right. Yay, congratulations. Please come out, the presenter. Okay, Orly. O-R-I-I or L-I. Orly. Okay, and then Ozmo. Congratulations. Parallax. Okay, Parallax. GSG. And 3 more. Platysens. Woo! Okay, Platysens. And flow. Okay, the last one. Mad Exo Robotics. Oh, 你 O 係自己冇份啦，定係好開心？So once again, congratulations to our 10 finalists. And we have 10 presenters. They're going to have a 3-minute pitch. Okay, and our investor judges will have 5 minutes for the Q&A. So, for the others who are interested in their business ideas, don't raise your questions, please. You can communicate with them after this competition. Okay? 好啦，咁我哋咧係會有3分鐘時間俾我哋嘅 presenter 啦，咁就係去 bring up 佢哋嘅 business idea 啦。咁然之後，我哋嘅 investor judges 啦，咁佢哋係會問問題，有5分鐘時間嘅 Q&A。Okay, so can we start now? We ready? So, investor judges, the first one we are going to invite is from Ozmo. 你領頭係唔係你係咪 ？OK， 因為你見到我一路望住你係咪？我因為點解你知唔知？因為你好灰唔啊，所以咧我一望就望到你啦。OK, Ozmo. Yes, please. OK。好啦，我哋台上面係個 timer 嘅 ，OK。你有冇 hear me? Yeah, go. You have to start. Yes. 10 seconds gone.
Hi, my name is Serena, founder of Ozmo. When I was young, my brother was sick in hospital for a long time. I see people who die at a very early stage. Then I asked, what can we do to maintain good health? Till today, there's no secret to good health. Eat healthy, drink plenty of water, and also, do regular exercise. People pour money in tracking exercise, tracking calories, but nobody really asks, did you drink water today? We took water for granted. And that is why 1 out of 10 Americans is suffering from kidney stones. leading to $5 billion in the market that is causing the healthcare system. For that, we are creating Ozmo, a smart cup and app that works together to help you to stay hydrated. With our smart cup, you will be able to track your hydration throughout the day. We've got a customized goal that is customized to yourself based on your metabolism rate. Our cup actually tracks your coffee and water intake and will buzz you to a zzz, and it knows if you haven't been drinking for a long time. We work seamlessly with any of your activity tracker so that we know if you're active or not and how much you should be drinking before and after that. Ozmo is our first product in the market. Now we are looking into co-distributorship with distributors. Next year, we're planning to actually launch in a co-branding area. For example, with sports brands, water brands. And also, we are one of the 12 partners with AXA right now in Hong Kong in the insurance industry. And we are going to do insurance integration. We understand that Ozmo cannot be a single product company. That's why we have created the Ozmo Life Point system, allowing our user to collect points with our affiliate. So when you're on the go drinking water, use your Fitbit, you'll be able to earn points and use it at our affiliate. And for that, it will help us to boost our commission income from our affiliate so that we're no longer a single product company. We are now already launched in the market. Since 2 years ago we started, and since this year in May, we already sold more than 2,000 pieces in the market. We're now ready for branding opportunities. And that is actually thanks to our team of 4 who all have more than 10 years of experience in IoT, product development, affiliate marketing, as well as product marketing. We're now looking into pre-Series A funding of $700,000 in Hong Kong to do our predictive analysis so that we know who you are, what are you doing, and how can we coach you better. And we'll be also launching a next generation product so that you don't need to hold the Ozmo cup anymore. You can just do it without your hands, so you don't need to hold any bottles.
Okay, thank you. Time's up. Okay, please remain on stage because we are going to have a 5 minutes Q&A. So is there any question from the investor judges?
Pretty impressive actually. Well, my question is very simple. Is a bottle be able to differentiate water and other stuff like booze, for instance? So we make sure that we're healthy rather than drinking that we shouldn't have perhaps.
Yes, the bottle is okay to differentiate water and coffee right now, but we're launching a bottle scanning function. Actually, you can scan any drinks and then we extract your calories and sugar. I think that's the most important thing.
So just water and coffee. It's just cold and hot as well.
Not really. We do have a second generation which can warm your coffee. Yeah, so it keeps your coffee warm.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, some more questions?
We've seen another product in the market which is wearable that can track the water level in the body.
Yes,
so if you compare your product and this kind of product, would the wearable be more flexible?
Yes, the wearable is more flexible, but it's 4 times more expensive than us. A bottle is $59.99 and the wearable is more than $200. And who is willing to spend $200 on a thing that can track your hydration? And we're making a second generation product which is a plug-in, so we can plug into any bottles, and that's free from any bottle, so you don't need to hold on to the cup, you can just use that with your existing bottles.
My question is also very simple. I'm just curious how many sensors are in the water bottle itself?
There's like 8 pair of sensors, so actually it sends the level up and down so that we know exactly how much you have been drinking throughout the day.
Do you feel like in the next generation bottle you'll have more than 8 sensors?
Yes, the plug-in actually is not just 8 sensors. The plug-in will sense exactly down to the milliliters. Yeah.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Is the sensor to tell you how much water you're drinking really the most important thing? Is it not important to know the temperature outside, the humidity level, how much hydration I need?
Yeah.
So does this tell me more than just how much I consume?
Yes, it does. Not the sensor itself, but actually with their app, we will know exactly where you are and at what temperature you are, so that you need to drink more or less. And then the app actually works with our Fitbit, so that we know if you have been running or not, then you should be drinking a little bit more or less.
No, any more questions from the floor? No? Okay. Yes, one more.
How do you keep track of fluid that you take that is not directly from the bottle? Because I have 3 cups of coffee and an orange juice and tea today, so how do you take care of that?
Yeah, actually you can, if you're really, really serious about hydration, say if your kidneys don't suffer, you can do manual tracking, so we allow you to manually add back your drinks. But actually we do machine learning, so we say if you only use Ozmo on average for 3 hours, then we'll only coach you for these 3 hours how can you stay optimal hydration as an optimal hydration level. Yeah. So that it's not just 2,000 milliliters every day.
So we still have time for one more question.
So, would you consider doing anything as a wearable for some of the large equipment manufacturers out there?
You mean like a activity tracker?
Something that integrates into their products?
Okay. We do not plan to launch our activity tracker, but we are already integrating with Fitbit, Garmin, and Apple Health now. Our next product actually is Misfit, and we have direct connection with Misfit that we will sell as a full bundle, so with the Misfit label, and that is coming next year. Yeah, so I don't think we need to develop that ourselves for Fitbit products like that.
Okay, so thank you Ozmo, thank you very much. And I would like to remind everyone of you one more time. So the Q&A session is only for the investor, okay? The investor judges, okay? So thank you for your cooperation. So coming up, I would like to invite Platysens, the presenter. Thank you, and share with us your business idea.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian, and I'm from Platysens. I'm very sorry that my CEO cannot be here today because he's swimming in a swimming pool somewhere, exercising. He's what we would call serious sports amateurs. People who exercise more than 4 times a week. This is a growing demographic that has money to spend, but is severely underserved because current activity trackers, like these ones, are not designed for coaching. For coaches, they are always looking for technology to improve an athlete's performance. At Platysens, we are looking to bridge that gap by providing coaching platforms that is designed for coaching with specialized sensors. What I have here is something we call SEAL, a tracker that measures your swim stroke. It measures the force and angle of your swim stroke such that your coach can give you feedback. It's also a quantitative way to measure your performance. Unlike other products which tries to replace coaches, we see coaches as our partners. They are the people who will help us distribute our products, and at the same time, the use of our platform will allow coaches to enhance their service and extend their reach. It will allow them to coach people that they normally cannot reach. Instead of just delivering a training program to them, they can actually get feedback, even in remote coaching situation. Some of us may look at this as another hardware product, but we see hardware as a differentiator in our coaching platform. For this technology, our core technology lies in sensor development, algorithm development, and also training program delivery. Our work with coaches is key because this is a recurring source of revenue. Right now, we have this product and also another product which is called Marlin, also for swimming. This is a training delivery program that gives you audio feedback as you swim. It was launched successfully on Kickstarter back in August, and we raised over 300k Hong Kong dollars. Currently, our products are focused on swimming only, but the technology can really be applied to other sports. We think that if someone is serious enough to exercise more than 4 times a week, that means they're willing to purchase specialized sensors and to have coaching available to them. While others may look at us and say, this is a niche product. For us, we think this is a focused product. It makes marketing and selling a lot easier.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So it's a Q&A session. Is there any question from our investor judges?
Children provide different levels for different ages.
I think it depends on the coaches. So it allows coaches to customize certain programs.
Who are your coaches?
Right now we have been working with a renowned Australian swim coach, and he's very into he's already into virtual coaching. But our device actually allows him to deliver the program through the device and to actually track a user's progress. So it adds an extra dimension to the virtual coaching platform. So it's no longer one direction. You can actually get back data and see how your students are doing.
Progressing my performance on iPhone.
Yes, you see it on the app, and coaches actually will have an interface to compare students and to make adjustments. That way they can have customized programs depending on your progress.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned right now your product is focused on swimming.
Yes.
Do you intend to develop other products for different sports?
Right now, because of the synergy of swimming, right, the sales, the channels, we're focused on swimming, but we have actually explored other sports. For this sensor, it will also work for paddle sports because we measure the force. So with paddle sports, it's very important that you measure not only the motion, but also the force you apply.
Okay, so as far as swimming is concerned, to me it seems like it captures the stroke and the forces and all that, but do you also monitor my heart rate to see how much actual work I've done, exercise, cardiovascular exercise that I've
Yes, right now that's something in our roadmap. For this device, we want to be able to measure heart rate so that you actually get real-time feedback. Not only is it, normally we have watches to do that, but this allows you to hear whether you're in certain zones and to give you actual performance while you are swimming.
Okay, so right now it's really for swimmers who want to swim faster and with a better stroke,
Yes.
rather than someone who's swimming to get healthier.
Right, we're focused on people who are focused on performance.
I'm curious on what type of distribution channels you envision distributing your product in.
We are thinking of selling directly through coaches because they will get, they become our distributor and they also they become our sales network.
But how would you reach the coaches?
Right now, we have been, as a small startup, we've been cold calling people, and we actually got inquiries, a lot of inquiries from coaches, especially when they see this system, because there's nothing like that on the market right now, and that's something they always want to be captured. But the only way to do it now is maybe through video analysis. You can't really do it often in swimming.
Can you elaborate a bit more on the size of the market?
Based on our study, right, there's about 124 million people interested in triathlons. About 240-some million swim as their interest. So of that proportion, we only need to capture a small percentage in order to be successful. And we're looking at recurring coaching revenue. So other than selling the hardware, which we find to be quite difficult, if we're able to line up with coaches, that will help us overall.
Okay, so this should be the last question from Pastor Judge.
Hi Brian, we talked earlier, I love your invention, but I've got two questions for you. The very first one is, how do you convince people like me? I am really cautious about my health. I love to stay healthy, but then again, I'm not really one of those persons that want to keep tracking, keep improving myself. How do you convince people like myself, which is, I'm sure, is a big population? The second question is, what is your business model?
Okay, for the first question, I think sports is contagious. I look at my colleague, our CEO, he's actually here today. When he's doing exercise, he does it every day of the week. If he doesn't exercise, he feels uncomfortable. So I think once you get started on the first day, you will want to go for the second day, the third day. So I think that will address the first question. And for the second question, we actually have a hybrid model. Right now, our product, the model that I've shown earlier, is selling as a traditional hardware model. But our product specialized sensors like these, we're looking at a subscription-based service where the hardware is complementary, where we will do whatever sensors coaches need so that they can perform their services to their students. So it will be more a hardware as the differentiation rather than hardware as the product.
So thank you very much. Thank you, Platysens. And coming up, we have Ourotech to present us his innovative ideas. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Delik. I'm the CEO of Ourotech, a Canadian biotech company. Now, many of us will one day get cancer. As a matter of fact, cancer has never been more prevalent, and the aging population of the world is increasing, so cancer is only going to become more common. One thing we need to know about cancer though is that it's unique to each one of us. It's your own cells being mutated, it's not contagious, but it is personal. So the best way to treat cancer is to personalize cancer treatment. Now, it's not viable to make a new drug for each and every person, that's not capital efficient. But what we do at Ourotech is to take a small piece of each person's tumor in a biopsy, which is already an existing procedure that doctors do. We grow it in something called a hydrogel, making hundreds of small tumors. And then we take existing cancer drugs or combinations of cancer drugs, and we test which one will actually work. Now take any late-stage cancer, for example, late-stage breast cancer. It has less than a 20% chance of survival. At Ourotech, what we can do is we can take breast cancer samples, grow hundreds of tumors, and see which drug will contain the tumor before it spreads within 1 week. This allows people with late-stage cancers and less than 2% chances of survival to have a higher chance of surviving and not having a remission for cancer. Our team is made up of people with entrepreneurship experience, 2 professors with experience in cancer drug development as well as drug oncology. And we have a product that is currently going to enter preclinical trials in January of next year. Our goal is to make sure that everyone who has cancer can get the right treatment so that they can contain their cancer and they don't have to go back. We have 2 patents pending, and we are currently looking to start raising seed rounds into preclinical trials and into clinical trials. We also are able to translate our technology for use by the pharmaceutical industry to test new and developing drugs. We are currently pilot testing this with a pharmaceutical company, and it requires no regulatory approval, so by 2017 will also be revenue generating. So at Ourotech, we believe that the best way to treat cancer in the future is to personalize it, because cancer is unique to you, so you need the treatment that's made for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So it is the time for Q&A.
Working on, curing cancer or making better is fantastic. It sounds like there's a bit of a process here, and so tell us a little bit about the intellectual property. What's unique here? Where do you guys differentiate? The process alone could be duplicated.
Exactly. So our companies started as a material science company. We create something called a hydrogel. So a hydrogel is a chemical that can actually be found around your tumor inside of the human body. And there's different hydrogels, and every university makes their own hydrogel. Our hydrogel is made of something called hyaluronic acid and modified to mimic the properties found in human tumors that causes cancers to spread, especially breast and colon cancer. So our product is the #1 product being developed right now that can mimic how breast and colon cancer spreads. That way you can accurately measure if a new drug or a drug that's being tested on people will contain the cancer and make it shrink.
Why not then just license the hydrogel? Why go through the whole process? Why take the risk?
Well, the idea here is that we can translate this to other technologies, yes, but the hydrogel has other verticals. Like I said, we can do services for pharmaceutical companies to generate revenue. And in the industry of hydrogels, pharmaceutical companies, they don't tend to license this or buy this, or they don't give very good deals. The profit margins are a lot higher to be able to do a service and take it all the way through clinical trials. And it's very common in North America, especially to have a pharmaceutical company give funding to clinical trials that are phase by phase to get you through the thing and then later acquire you. So it's actually a very common acquisition strategy to go through that route, which is one of the best returns for the investor and for the company.
Yes, here, question.
Just to follow up on that, a follow-up on that question. Are you in conversations right now with any of these pharmaceutical companies about taking that very expensive FDA process?
So right now we're in preclinical trials. It's actually too early to talk to the pharmaceutical companies about that. But because we also test new drugs being developed for pharmaceutical companies, we already have the connections we need when we need to start talking. So usually when we're halfway through preclinical trials or so is when we start to talk to pharma companies to fund our development phases. But for now, we just need to go through first, half of preclinical trials. That's why we're talking to investors first.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Do you actually have efficacy data to show what good, right? How many months out or not?
Right, so we did in vitro testing, so this is in the lab, and preclinical testing is for mice. So we have to make sure that it works on mice before humans, and then that's when we can start clinical trials. So right now what we can say is that we're bringing this to mice, and if it works on mice, then we can go further.
So there is no efficacy data whatsoever published.
So it's only on in vitro systems, so on tumors that are grown in petri dish labs, not inside the human body.
And just to follow up there, so the patient pool to recruit patients to apply this test to, it's quite expensive, so how much money do you use?
Right, so right now we're looking through partnership with hospitals. Generally speaking, the first clinical trial would take about $10 million, and the last one would cost about $100 million. And that's where pharmaceutical companies come in. They do strategic like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and then at any point they can acquire the company, but if the company makes it all the way to launch, that's when the value of the company is highest.
Okay, yes, enough time for one last question. Any more questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ourotech. Thank you very much. And now I would like to invite a presenter from Cathay Photonics. Thank you very much, and share with us his business ideas.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm so nervous now because it's the first time I present in front of so many people and cameras. And my name is Ivan from Cathay Photonics Limited. And may I start a question to start with my presentation? Can you imagine your cell phone look like a brand new one after 10 years? Don't worry, I'm not saying the metal safe, and it's not a gym. Actually, our product, MOCAS, can make it happen. In fact, with our patented technology, the surface of MOCAS is covered by a sapphire, which is the second hardest material in the world. So, with our MOCAS, your phone is free to scratch, to abrade, or any other surface damage when in your daily use. And the most important thing is, our MOCAS is cheaper than using sapphire crystal as the whole cover. So you just pay a little bit more money and to make your phone safe from scratch. And also, our MOCAS can use it in many applications, such as the smartwatch, glasses, or even the glass pane in the wall. And so it's a good technology. And may I finish my presentation with our slogan? We make surface harder for you. Thank you.
Okay.
Congratulations on your first pitch completed. So explain to me, this is a technology that you apply after the fact? Is it something you expect manufacturers of phones to adopt and then put into the manufacturing process?
Yes, phone will be one of our applications. That means when they make the glasses, do the CNC process, after the CNC process, we will actually coat a layer of sapphire on it. So we make the surface harder.
Okay, it doesn't replace sapphire, it's an additive with sapphire, or sapphire is added after it. Understand correct?
Yes. Actually, maybe I rephrase the answer. You know that for the cell phone, we have two options now. One is the panel glass and one is the sapphire. The panel glass is fragile and not easy to break, but the surface is easy to scratch. However, for the sapphire, the surface is hard and it's not easy to stretch, but it's easy to break when you drop the phone. So our technology is just combine these two items together. That means we make the glass which not easy to break and the surface is hard.
Your technology is a coating. You do the coating and the process is your technology.
Yes.
Do you think there's some other way to bypass your patent?
No, I don't think so. Because our patent is very detailed. So actually we do many evaluation to try to bypass the patent, but we didn't find any holes in it.
I'm curious, are you in talks with any phone producers at the moment?
Some of them, actually, but I cannot disclose the name.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Any more questions from the judges?
So can you clarify, is this a coating technology or is the chemical, or is the combination of both chemical, which is patent, plus the coating technology?
Actually, our processes include the coating technology and the treatment, and the treatment after the coating.
And the materials though?
The materials, yes, we have another reason. Yes.
Almost glass.
Yes.
So, okay, yeah. But you're Mr. Wong, so you're
What do you sell? Who do you sell to? What is you sell to phone manufacturer, sell to what do you sell?
Phone manufacturer is one of our target. We can add on another material, just like plastic or something else.
I guess my question is, what is business? What is your business?
Our business is selling the technology, our patent technology, and try to help the manufacturer to apply our technology in their own.
So we still have time for the last question. Any more questions? No? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Cathay Photonics. Thank you very much. And coming up, I would like to invite the presenter from Ori. So it's your show time.
Hi guys, my name is Kevin, CEO and co-founder of Organa. This is Ori. Let me take this really quick. Love? Yeah, I'm on stage right now. I'll call you back in just a minute. You might not be able to hear that, but through my finger, I was having a conversation with my wife. And that's Ori, combining bone conduction and your smartphone's voice assistant. We turn your hand into a smartphone. Dial back. It works like this. I motion upwards to touch my ear. The device wakes up. Beep. I tell it to call my wife. Then my wife's voice through the ring is transferred through my finger directly into my ear so only I can hear, and that voice is captured via microphone. That easy. Now using the Ori makes you feel cool, almost like a secret agent. But why would you want a voice assistant on your hand? The reason is because the way in which we're interacting with our smartphones is changing, shifting from a screen-based solution to one where we control things through our voice. All of us have Google, Siri on our phones, and they've gotten very good at executing daily tasks. Just take Google now, for example. In the span of 2 years, it has increased its accuracy from 76 to 92%. And that's why this physical ring plays a pivotal role in our move towards assistance. Because it is the only device that puts voice assistance where it's most helpful for us. Not in your car, not in your kitchen, not even on your smartphone and a pair of earbuds that can get lost in the pocket of your bag, but on your hand, where it's always available, always listening, just one touch of the ear away. Now, Ori is a completely new type of wearable. And just like the US and China market alone, we're looking at a $600 million opportunity. We've already started testing with over 500 different users here in Hong Kong with tremendous feedback, especially from young mobile professionals. We have good, experienced manufacturing partners that are helping us with a commercial prototype that will be ready early next year. And we have the team to back it up with experience in retail, distribution, marketing, IoT, and a very strong technical advisory. someone who has decades of experience working with founding members of accessibility team at Microsoft, and holds 9 patents in voice-to-text technology. He's my dad, and also happens to be visually impaired. Our inspiration. Imagine Ori is not only a device that helps the visually impaired access something they've never been able to do before, but they in turn have inspired us to use our devices in new, exciting ways, screen-free. And that's Ori. The very first ring that puts voice control in your hand, turn your hand into a smartphone, and one day you too can do this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, question from the judges.
Very cool tech. But, you know, things are, have you raised money already?
We've raised angel and some committed seed.
And some committed seed. Can you give us an idea how much you raised today?
Just roughly 200K US.
Okay. Have you done a Kickstarter campaign?
We are running a Kickstarter campaign early next year.
This definitely strikes me as something that's very sellable very quickly, and people try it out. It sells for how much?
$149 US.
Do you foresee problems of people having to use their hands all of a sudden again? Because it strikes me that everything's gone hands-free, watch and all those things, so you're kind of taking the hand back into the mix here.
Yeah, so we're thinking, so when we were doing our beta tests, I think we're thinking of this as a closed loop. So you're only using the device a minute 30 seconds at a time.
And are you part of the accelerator right now?
Yes, we came out of the wearable accelerator.
Thank you. Question from the left.
Is this your proprietary technology or using NFC, Bluetooth? What do you use?
Yes, so the Bluetooth we're using 4.0 voice profile, so it's standard, but the patents we hold are with the application development technology like that, and we have the PCT and US patents.
This works across both the Apple and the Android platform?
Yes, but the Android platform will have more functions because part of it is a software and hardware play, and the Google Now API is slightly more open than Siri.
And as a follow-up, it's a washable?
Yes, it will be waterproof.
Waterproof.
Any more questions from the judges? No? Okay. Oh, one more from Jeff.
Do you get sore at all doing that? Pressing your ear like that?
You can try it in just a little bit. It feels decently comfortable. But the ergonomics of everyone's ear is slightly different. But you don't have to press very hard. It's quite a gentle motion.
Have you read the convertible note sample that was presented to this competition?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you have. I mean, in terms of valuation of your company, you know, if you read it, is it a valuation that you would accept?
Yes, we will.
How do you know if your phone is ringing?
The ring will vibrate. So it's when the ring is vibrating, if there's a slight vibration, you feel it.
Okay. So, yeah, one more.
Just a very simple question. When you do that to your ears, is there anything that will perhaps damaging my health? Or my brain cell as well?
So there was a research study done about 20 years ago on bone conduction. Based on that study, there is no medical harm to using vibration.
Just pure vibration between the ring and my ears.
Your ring transfers through the finger directly into your ear, yes. But it's a very slight vibration, so it doesn't have any negative medical effects.
With the vibration being affected when you're traveling or different time zone, not different time, different locations, like on a plane for instance, and when you're out on the yacht, will that be also sort of workable and?
The vibration should work the same in all the scenarios. It's just the Bluetooth connection, depending on the environment, will change slightly.
Will you do some health research later on if you get funding from us?
Yes, that's something that we're hoping to do as well.
How intellectual property, how hard it is to make something similar to what you do, or how easy it is? Because this looks to be very small thing.
This is feels like prototype, so the working one is slightly bigger than this one. So part of the process is the miniaturization. But it depends. So I think that's part of the reason why we want to find good investors is to move fast and make this more protected.
Okay, last question.
Sorry. If that's not the actual one, I mean, where's the actual one? What size is it?
It's with my co-founder back there. It's roughly 15 by 14 millimeters, but this is the target size. So we have high confidence that we can get it to be this small.
Okay. Okay, really, last one. Okay.
Are you going to design anything beside rings? Will there be earrings? Will there be glasses?
Initially ring. So the software can be applied to other devices that have a microphone and a BLE voice support. So we do have plans to sort of iterate on the software and give it other types of form factors as well. Not yet, no.
Okay, since Mr. Wong, you are not one of the judges and you used up about 35 seconds, so can we please let this gentleman ask his question? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Does it work in very noisy environments? Yes, it's actually superior in noisy environments, just because of the way your ears register vibrating sound.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Ori. Thank you very much. And now I would like to invite the representative from Parallax.
Good evening. My name is Jason, CEO of Parallax Technologies, an AR VR startup headquartered in the Science Park. Our business was originally inspired by Google and their Pop-up Bubble, where they democratized VR, making it available on smartphones and just use it on a cardboard device to see VR. Through a couple of client projects, our clients include Hong Kong UST, PolyU, Hong Kong U. We found that content creation is limited to professionals or enthusiasts with some knowledge of programming and design. So what we want to do is make this simple, make this available to everyone. So it's no different from before where you have Photoshop for photo editing. Now there's a plethora of different photo editing apps. We are offering first VR creation platform. There's a web and an app component. So on the web, you can just upload 360 pictures that you take from your phone or from your 360 cameras, and then just very simply drag and drop the pictures to create a VR environment. So once you're done with creating your environments, our app can scan, can export it into the app, and then voila, your phone will have the VR environment ready. Right now, we've been talking to a couple of different parties, one of which is for the education side, for the underprivileged schools, where they're trying to use VR technology to empower the children, to educate the students. So this tool will allow them to create programs dedicated specific for them, so that they're on par. They can actually see different trips that could be educational for them. On the platform, users can share, can comment, and also look at other people's VR projects. Right now, we're offering this for free. We'll offer this on a very basic banner app model, so that will help us build a community and open up the VR to the masses. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And may I invite questions from the floor, from the judges?
So what kind of camera does the consumer have to use to capture this?
Yeah, so this is an OG camera, which you open up, very basic, there's two cameras. On that it's just 360 photos, so it's 360 ready, but right now, it's just one photo. That's all you can do, right? But if you imagine I take one photo here, I take another photo down there, I can very simply just drag and drop and create a video environment. But right now, there's no tool like that. Even on your phone, there are apps where I can allow you to take multiple pictures to create the 360 photos. So right now, there's different devices on the market.
This seems like very powerful technology. You mentioned right now you were offering it for free. What are your plans to monetize down the road?
Right now, we're offering for free. It will be a banner ad service model. Right now, we're trying to build up our user base. I think in the longer term, once we start to get more developed, it could be white label to schools specific for their use, for real estate agents, specific for their case, So there's a B2B solution and there's a B2C.
Thank you.
If I try and liken it to a web development platform, like WordPress or Wix, which is popular here as well, or an actual development tool, where does this fit? Is this like a theme-based thing? Is this the WordPress of VR? Like, what do you?
There's some element of that, but there's some element of social networking because we are creating projects, VR projects, and then you're able to share that share your VR projects with other VR users.
So are you going to monetize the ability to facilitate people to create this VR content, or are you going to monetize the fact that you got a large amount of VR content?
That could be something down the road. I think right now it's just monetizing, creating, offering this tool to create the video. Later on, when we have a larger library, then that's a different plan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Coming up is GSG.
Hello, good evening. My name is Guillaume. I'm the CEO of GSG. And tonight I want to tell you about Strategy, our new innovative platform designed to bring automated algorithmic trading of foreign exchange products to retail investors. Algo trading has been around for several years, but was only available to institutional investors because of its high cost, associated risk, and technical expertise required to operate. Things are different nowadays. Technology is cheaper, easier, faster. People use algorithms every day, and they are more ready to trust them with trading decisions. On Strategy, retail investors will be offered a list of FX trading algorithms that they want to follow. Strategy will then run the algorithms, and all the trades will be automatically allocated to the investor's own brokerage account. The investor will receive regular updates on the performance of the algorithms and will be able to stop using them or change the settings at any time he wants. For this service, we will charge a 30% commission on trading profit. Since all trades are done in the investor's brokerage account, Strategy does not need to hold any fund, and all the financial risk is therefore borne and managed by the brokerage firm of the investor. We will partner with Interactive Brokers, a well-known retail brokerage firm with strong risk procedure in place, and a powerful AI that seamlessly integrates with Strategy. In the first quarter of 2016, there were over 32,000 accounts trading FX on Interactive Brokers. 56% of those were us. We will target these accounts in priority, starting with the ones in Hong Kong and then expanding to other countries. Our sales simulation shows that Strategy can be profitable if 200 customers sign up for the service in the first 3 years. This represents about 0.63% of all the accounts currently trading FX on Interactive Brokers. Initially, all algorithms offered on Strategy will be developed and maintained internally. This is not very scalable. While technology can help us with scalability of the technical platform, creating new algorithms will always require more manpower and technical expertise. To go around this limitation, we will look to crowdsource our platform by allowing outside traders to test, develop, and offer their own trading algorithm on Strategy. With that in place, we will be able to increase our offering, grow our customer base, and diversify into stock and other asset classes. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
So let me get this straight. It's effectively a retail strategy for currency trading, correct?
Yes, at the beginning, yes.
So the number you threw out there, the 0.3% of the total market, is based on the institutionalized market, the biggest trading markets in the world.
No, the numbers I threw were for Interactive Brokers customers. So Interactive Brokers only, which is a brokerage firm that specializes for retail investors only.
So what's the minimum trading block?
The minimum trading block with our algorithms, well, Okay, it's foreign exchange. You need to use leverage. So trades look bigger than they really are actually. The minimum trading block on interactive brokers is about $1,000 for a typical euro-USD trade. And to be able to open an account with them, the minimum investment is $10,000.
You mentioned that, if I understood correctly, you would be charging 30% of the profits.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, how do you measure the profits, especially if somebody just buys in bulk? Your system tracks that?
So, the way we work with interactive brokers, clients who sign in for our service will have a dedicated account. Interactive brokers will create a dedicated account on which the clients cannot do any trading by themselves. They only have read-only access to the account, which means that all the activity done on this account will actually come from us. And from that, we can manage we can measure the trading profits.
But what if they lose?
If they lose, we don't do anything.
Thank you.
Two questions. I attend numerous fintech seminars, and we believe fintech is a very new alternative trading concept. But the only problem people ask, different countries have stringent legislations and laws, and I didn't see anyone can answer that they can cope with these problems. The second question is when you match people took your money and they promised to pay back in fintech, right? On a contract. But you have no control of people paying back if they are not happy with it.
Well, on your first question, so regulation, you're right, is a big part of our process. We are currently talking with the SFC in Hong Kong to see where we stand exactly from their models. So there are two things to consider. First, we begin with FX, which is a potentially easier market because it is less regulated than other asset classes such as stocks. That's one thing. And the second thing is, since we don't take any money, all the trading is done in the investor's brokerage account. Most of the regulation and checks in place will actually take place between the broker and the client himself. Whereas our role will be more limited. And so we're still working with SEC at the moment to understand how limited it is. And once we do Hong Kong, we'll be able to study other markets as well. On your second question, like I said, we don't take any money from the client. The investor is always in control of his money. That's in his account. Stop using our service at any time. And the only money transfer is between the broker and the investor. We don't get involved at this point, so there's no risk of not getting paid or not. For where we get paid is on the trading profit commission. But for that, interactive brokers allow us to, on a quarterly basis, to collect the fee ourselves directly on the investor's account. The only risk is before the quarter, the investor has closed his account. We do not believe will happen too soon, too often, but it is indeed a risk for us.
Okay, thank you very much, and time's up. Yes, thank you. So now may I invite the representative from Platysens to share with us his idea.
Good evening, very excited to be here. My name is Sang, I'm one of the co-founders of Platysens. We believe we have a solution to enable individuals with high blood pressure or hypertension manage their condition a lot better. What we actually found through doing a lot of user interviews is that current blood pressure devices that people use at home, it's very bulky, it's not portable, it's not convenient, and you can't take multiple measurements throughout the whole day. So what we developed is this current wearable. This is our 3D mock-up and prototype. We do have all these sensors working here, and what we're able to do is enable people to calibrate. So they calibrate this device maybe at home, and they can actually take measurements throughout the whole day, anywhere, anytime. Now we have, through a mobile app, they can also actually jot down any symptoms they have. So individuals with what the individuals with high blood pressure haven't been able to do is to be able to correlate their vital sign, like blood pressure, and equate that with symptoms that they have. So when they go back to the doctors, they're unable to actually correlate those two. And we also actually have a medication reminder. So anybody that takes a medication for hypertension, they can log their medication, when they need to take it, the dosage, and they can correlate that with the vital sign as they can take it throughout the whole day. So at Partisans, we're making a portable, more convenient version of a blood pressure machine. Now I just want to highlight one more thing that we're doing. We are actually in a preclinical validation study at HKU, working with our advisor, Dr. David Zhu Changhua there, and we're actually testing the effectiveness of our machine learning algorithm with the same wearable device to predict ventricular tachycardia and ventricular fibrillation, which is known as sudden cardiac arrest. So that's one of the other studies that's ongoing right now. And the way we're doing this is we're putting our wearable device on individuals that just survived a heart attack, a myocardial infarction. In the next 40 days after they survive, they have about 5 to 6% chance of getting a sudden cardiac arrest. So that's how we're validating our algorithm in a clinical setting. So those are the two things that Partisans is working on. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. So, okay.
Nice. Can you tell me a little bit more about your team?
Sure. I come from a sports management background. My co-founder, Tim there, he comes from a life science background from Cambridge in the UK. He's also worked in machine learning, doing different things with Pfizer. We also have our head of engineering, who comes from an ODM background. He worked for a company called Fair Legend, which are clients for Nike, Adidas, Nixon, making digital smartwatches. So that really helps us. We also have on our advisory board, we have Dr. David Zhu, who's a very well-known cardiologist in Hong Kong. He's an associate professor at the University of Hong Kong. And finally, one of our advisors and investors, he's Mr. Rupert Mark. He's one of the board members of the Medical and Healthcare Industries Association in Hong Kong. So that's our team. We also have a clinical researcher, Karen, comes from a nurse background, actually from Canada. She went to McGill University, worked as a coordinator regular nurse there. She's originally from Hong Kong, so we're very happy to have her. So that's basically, we also have marketing, software, and engineering for our team.